Hello, lovely people of this planet. So, I just have this announcement that. Never mind. I have an announcement that I have high heels on, and that is important. I can't show you. My camera is children friendly. Some people wanted me to do an ASMR. That will happen one day because I love the concept. My favorite musician in this whole world has done it with her own poetry from her own songs from her latest album. Now, I just wanted to tell you a little story how I was born and how I still have this mystery that I want to explain to myself and to others and trying to figure this out because it's amazing and I don't know what it means and probably I will never know, but it means whatever meaning I give to it, obviously. So when I came to this world, my mom said that I was never really crying, but I was singing. Like this very gentle, ah. and I never believed her. I still kind of don't believe how that's possible. Well, I guess it is because you can ask her. She will tell you the same thing. I was not crying, but I was singing. I was not really born through the holy gates. I never went through them. I was pulled out. I was removed. I was cut out. Being born from a C-section. So I'm very spiritual and a little bit psychic, as you may know, and this means a lot spiritually, but I still, up to this day, don't know what meaning to assign to it because I just leave it be. I don't really think about it that much, but every now and then I remember that is something very special and it gives your life a different starting point or a different way how your body entered this world, and that's already a little bit of it's not an advantage. I'm not saying that I'm better, but it's kind of a little bit more crazy or just, let's say, a different hue to your first experience on this planet. Because let's take my story as an example of a crazy beginning, because from what I know, from what my mom has told me, from all that I know so far, is that I was a very crazy case because I was in trouble and the doctors did not know if I will be born or what will happen to me. But they tried their best and everything was amazing and they did a good job and everybody was saved, even me. So the birth cord, or whatever it was called, it was wrapped around my neck, it was wrapped around my body in my mother's womb. And I was laying upside down with my legs down and my head up like the other way. There's no way my mom could ever push me through the holy gates. No way. That's crazy. And there was all sorts of I was basically choking. I was lacking air, so they had to save me. I was choking on the cord, and everything was wrapped up. I had been I don't know what the hell happened, but from what I know, it just happened. I was tied up in it. I got tied up, or maybe I did it myself. I don't know. I don't remember, but I was tied up, okay? And then they had to remove me. They had to cut through everything. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's crazy to think about. That's a lot. That's a lot going on already. And then I was removed from my mom's body. Okay, but spiritually, that is something that I have yet to think about and figure it out for myself. What does it mean for me? Because it definitely means something to me. It definitely is something that I will always explain to people, that there are many ways how you can be born. So we all come from a woman, but we are so diverse and versatile and endlessly magical and unpredictable that there is no one way how to enter this world through a woman. So there are so many different ways, and my soul chose a body that will be born this way. And maybe it had a purpose, because I don't know if it had a purpose, and maybe I'm not supposed to know, and that's fine. But I'm just saying that, like, I'm super perfectly healthy. Nothing is wrong with me. I have no, like, out of norm things happening with my body. Everything is perfect. I grew up healthy. Maybe I had some basic flaws that or sicknesses or illnesses that babies have, like, normally, or something, blah blah blah. I think I had something with my hip. Something was not developing properly, and then I had to wear some, what do they call this, like, braces. That was like very common for babies, for their hips to not be developing right or something. Okay, it doesn't matter, but I have always been thinking about if I ever truly entered this world. And I'm very scared to say it, because this is a little bit, it sounds a little unhinged to me, because if my mom ever saw this, she would, like, kill me. Like, she would, like, laugh at me for 2 weeks straight. She would never really get this, and that's where I kind of feel like I'm very disconnected from my mother in this sense. Anything that is psychic or spiritual, she was never, ever, ever into, never understood it, and still up to this day, even when she knows that I am a part of this world or all the other worlds, she still is not on my side ever about this, and doesn't support me in this, and still thinks it's very funny whatever I do. So that is very hurtful for me. And here we go. Maybe that could be the reason why my body chose to, like, struggle. Maybe it, like, felt that the body I was developing in is now really supporting the spiritual activities that I will be doing on this earth. That's just one version, but, like, as I said, it just feels very wrong for me to speak about this, because I know that if my mother ever would hear this, then this would be all bullshit to her, whatever I'm gonna say. So it's very hard for me to even speak out loud about this, because I've been just so silenced about this. I don't know how to express this right now. But I've always thought, and I've always known that I never really entered this world, and that's why I'm the way that I am right now. Never really fully got both of my feet here. One of my feet, like, one foot is always somewhere else, and one foot is always in another dimension. Oh, and it's super hard for me to open up about this, because a lot of times I feel like I am imagining all of this, and I'm just becoming delusional up to the max. And it's okay. But I've always had this feeling with me, and it's a feeling that you cannot describe, you cannot explain, like, at all with words. But I've always just not been here. I'm not here. Like, I need, like, at least, like, 50 times a day when I'm, like, somewhere else, and I need to reboot, and my system needs to reprogram, and I'm getting charged from the air and from the spirits or whatever. I don't want to give it a name, because I don't really believe in names for this, but I gotta, like, recalibrate, and then I'm lost somewhere. So I do believe that I'm here and I came here and I'm healthy and happy and everything's fine. But I never really entered the way how most humans do, and never really crossed the bridge, never really maybe even wanted to do it. Who the hell knows? Like, I am not provided this knowledge that, like, maybe I wasn't even meant to come here, and now my body somehow, my soul got sent here, and I was resisting this so much, and somehow I'm accepting it that I'm here. That's another darker version of this. But I'm not that pessimistic. Like, I love my life. And there's so much that has been happening in my childhood. And my parents and me, I've just wrote it off to me being a kid and me being a child and just me like being careless and stuff. But I never really had any friends or people who would really get me because I was developing in a different way, and I knew that, and I really hated everybody. I hated all the people that were developing on the same age with me, and I was trying so hard not to be overly sensitive and overly beginner to the human world, and I was trying so hard to just like not get bullied and beaten up by everybody else around me because they're so harsh. Everyone's so harsh, and then I'm just like, oh man, like I already struggled so hard to just like exist, and now I get to like learn all the human ways. Like I still think like that. Like even if that was my kindergarten version that I just described, I still think like that. I still feel like that because how the fuck I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm a professional at human communication right now because I have a okay job at a position where I have to speak to people and sell things to them, and I think I'm okay with that for now. Like it's not my dream job, of course, but like I can do it and I do it well. Because if I train, if I'm passionate about something, if I want to do something very well, then I will do it well. There's no exception. I'm not passionate about humans, but this actually is fun sometimes. To be an outsider in and see all the regular normies and people who have people-like lives and human-like lives. They come to me and then they need something and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll show you, I'll explain. And we have a human interaction and I have very human days and it feels so cool. Like, it feels like I'm here for the first time in this human life. But maybe not the first time, maybe like 100th time. But not like 100 million time like all the other humans, you know. I hope you get me because this is a very like niche and very specific way of seeing things that, you know what I'm talking about is star seeds, obviously. Like if you know what a star seed is, like it is crazy. It is crazy here. But yeah, connecting star seeds to the way how I was born, like it makes sense. It makes sense, but it's so tough. It's fucking tough. Like, obviously. But at the same time, I'm trying to understand if that is normal, that I am seeing my entire life through the lens of, like, what my parents would do, what my mom would do, what my mom would say. Sometimes it's too much of that brain chatter about what my mom would say because I don't even feel connected to her that much. But I came from her and I am connected to her. And that is another topic for another time. And I'm pretty sure that so many of you feel the same way. So that's why I'm speaking about it. But if I never really came here the correct way, if I never really got the ticket or something, well, I still got in. And there was a reason and there was a meaning why I did. And I didn't do it for nothing. Maybe I wanted to do it the normal way, but I just got so scared, or my soul or whatever, my higher self was not content with the protocol in the very last moment or something. Like my imagination runs wild. I could write books or movies about shit like this. Obviously, I'm a Pisces. I can do that easily. Maybe in the very last minute, I shat my pants, and I was like, "Oh hell nah, I ain't coming here. This is painful." And yeah. But exactly the moment when I first started breathing and started crying, I started singing. Does that make sense? No, it fucking doesn't. Because my mom said it was singing. Maybe it was crying to me, you know? Maybe I was so new to this, like I didn't know what to do. I was panicking, I was hurting, I was barely breathing, I just had my first breath, and I just let out some songs, some melody from the other realms I just visited, but I forgot that I had to cry. I forgot that I had to put the right chip in the brain and the whatever. But yeah. To demonstrate how I sounded when I was born, let's do a singing break. This will be an improvisation. I can write songs in the very second. Like, I don't need to sit for hours and think of chord progressions. When I want to do it, I write a song in a minute. That's how it goes. So let's go. I was once a precious soul living in this world. I was once a soul living in this precious world. They took me away, they crossed my wings, they told me to read from their fucked up brains. I was once free from their alluring eyes. I was once free. I knew how to dance. Give me space to breathe. Give me love to eat. Give me space to dance. Give me space to heal all my frailty. I am only crying for the freedom in me, freedom in me. That's all I need. So thank you all for watching and listening and being there. You can share your stories about your childhood or about your birth. Yeah. Thank you. And I'll see you here or in another universe one day. I'm sure I will meet you. Don't worry. Bye bye.